everyone, I am bringing you a tutorial today on how to create perfect beach waves. This is taking a long time for me to perfect this because I always seem to get curls, not the beach wave look, but I do feel I've perfected it. So I wanted to share with you how I get the perfect beach wave and what products I use. So first of all, let's start with my hair. So as you can see, it is quite voluminous. I washed my hair yesterday and I blow dried it upside down, so obviously it's got plenty of volume, and then I've slept in it overnight. I don't normally do that, I normally curl it that evening, but today I thought I would get up with bright sunshine and film this for you so you can see it better in daylight. So the products I use, first of all, so there are two parts to this. There is the straightening part and there is the curling part. So for the straightening, I use the Remington Shine Therapy, and I've got up to 220 at the moment. These are fantastic. I've owned GHDs and Cloud9s in the past, and honestly, these are no different. So if you want to save yourself some money, definitely look into getting these. I think I paid about, I think it was just over or around about £20, which is amazing. And second of all, I have my GHD. I think this is called a Curve. It doesn't actually say, I've owned it for so long, but it's like the flat one, if you can see. It's not rounded, it's flat, and it is quite wide. And that doesn't have a heat adjustment, you literally just switch it on. And then afterwards, and I also use this before I blow dry, I use the Wella Luxe Oil. I have owned this for ages, and I'm probably about half a bottle down now, and I've owned that for such a long time. The smell is amazing and it makes your hair feel really, really lovely and really good condition and shiny as well, so I definitely recommend that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to section my hair. Now this is the straightening part, you don't need really small sections. I just randomly section probably into about 2 or 3 sections, to be honest with you, and all you're going to be doing is straightening the kind of mid-lengths and ends of your hair. If I keep looking in the opposite direction, that's because my mirror is in front of me and I really don't fancy burning myself today. So it's just ensuring that those ends are lovely and poker straight. I always brush my hair before I run the straighteners through, so you don't end up with any kinks, and also I think that's really damaging for your hair if you're not running through with the straighteners of perfectly straight hair. Again, this doesn't need to be perfect. This is definitely the secret of the beach wave look, I think, is making sure you've got this straightness to your ends. Last section. feel like I look like Hagrid today. Hair's a bit crazy. Again, just the mid-lengths and ends. And when you're doing this, don't straighten it so it's like rounded. You need to just straighten it so the ends are actually straight, not curved. Okay, I am going to leave my straighteners on only because I normally tweak around the front with the straighteners. I think actually I'm going to just straighten near the root because I have got quite a few kinks. So this is almost the reverse. I'm not doing the ends, I'm just doing the roots. And I'm also going to do around the sides near my ears because they always tend to go quite frizzy there. So I am going to take small sections this time. So I've got about that much hair. And then I'm going to tie the rest up. Now the bottom sections, don't worry too much about because obviously they are at the very back. So I always really brush, or I brush my hair really well from each section, because then you're giving a good basis for your hair to be straight and no flyaways or anything like that. So I'm going to go in a backwards direction this time. I'm going to do this in the mirror to make sure I don't burn myself. Now with this one, just wrap it round once, but then don't let the ends touch the curved barrel. I normally count to about 20, but I'm not actually counting because I'm talking to you. So I'm just gonna guess. Another tip is I always make sure that both of these are on, because even though I found with the GHD curve wand, I do find that obviously I think it reaches its heat after about 20 or 30 seconds, but I don't find that it curls as well straight away. So I almost think that that's kind of reaching a temperature, but not necessarily the temperature that it's meant to be. So I like to leave it on before, so it's actually ready to use straight away. Again, you see I've left the ends out. So this at the moment isn't creating the beachy look. This is just because these ends are so short, obviously on my hair, that I can't really do the method I do for the beachy look. So if you do have the length of hair I do, just literally just curl at this point. And then when I get a bit higher, then I'll show you how I get that beachy look. So I hopefully will be able to do it on this section. So just take out the section obviously that you've not done. I take quite small sections. Again, you're going to brush it really well. And then you're going to wrap it around just once. And then I do this. I slide the barrel up and down. Again, leaving out the ends, and then I'm just going to leave it. then only pick up the bits that you haven't done. Take a smallish section, brush really well, and then this time I'm going to do the reverse, so I'm going to do it forwards. Again, wrapping around once, slide the barrel down the hair a little bit so it's not right near the root, and then slide up and down. Again, leaving out those ends, if you can see. And always point the barrel downwards. Twist it and leave it. Take another section. Brush really well. Then we're going away from the face. Again, wrap around once, drag down a little bit, leave those ends out, and then keep sliding up and down. Making sure the curling wand is facing down. Slowly remove and let that sit. Brush really well. Now, obviously, if we're going backwards, forwards, it would mean that technically, in fact, I might even just do this in 2 sections. Yes, I will. So I am going to go forwards with this one. Wrap it round once, point down, and then move the barrel up and down. Remember to keep out those ends. Move slowly, and then go on to the next section. So this is your front section. Always the very front section, go away from your face. You don't want it facing your face. So I'm going to go wrap around once, hold those ends, and then up, down, but also pointing the barrel downwards. And be careful not to burn your ear. Funnily enough, I've never burnt my ear. I just normally burn fingers if I burn anything. And then slowly lift, leave it. Can you see? I don't know if you can. It's not curled. It is that beachy kind of wave. And as you build up and you do more and more, you definitely see it more. So take out your section, make sure there's no more straight ones. Small section. Brush really well. Got straight there, I think. Wrap that round there. And I will start away from the face. Wrap round once, hold the barrel down, hold on to those ends, and move up, down. You can wear like those heat protectant gloves if you're worried about burning your fingers doing this. And wrap slowly, let it drop. Can you see how straight it is on the ends? This is what gives you the beachy sort of look. Take another section. Can you see as well when I brush, I almost brush out. And I hold it out as well. Again, this one is going forwards. Wrap round once. Leave out the ends. Now, I don't know why, I always find this side a bit trickier. Just do your best. Unravel. With the ones that face your face, I always kind of grab it and then twist it into that. Only because I just don't find that it falls as well as it does when you do it backwards. Okay, again, away from the face, wrap round once. Slowly remove. Again, if you've got any bits that haven't quite formed, then just twist it back in, like so. Just going to do that bit, assuming that's fallen down from somewhere. Also, the flyaways around my face, I don't ever keep on the curling wand as long, because obviously they are a lot finer and they don't need as much heat. Take another thinnish section. I have done this taking thicker sections, and by far it works so much better by having the thinner sections. And I know it takes more time, but it is worth it, and depends on how much you wash your hair. I wash mine every other day, unfortunately. I wish I didn't have to. But if you only wash your hair once or twice a week, win-win. Again, I'm going to go forwards to my face, drag it down, up, down, up, down. Remember to keep out those ends. And release. Look at that for a beach wave. Lush. Love it. Okay, and then this section away from your face. Wrap around once, down. See, with this side, I managed to get movement more up and down, which I think is better. The other side, sometimes I struggle. Perfect. Okay, let's just do some of this side. Always make sure you're not going over the same part, otherwise then it's getting double the heat damage. And I forgot to say, so it's up to you the way you do this, but I use a heat protectant spray on my wet hair. I know some people use heat protectant while they're doing this, but I prefer to do it on wet hair, so obviously I've still got protectant of the heat. Wrap round once. See how come? It's always the same, isn't it? It's always easier one way than the other. Let that drop out. So this one will be towards my face, and then I've got my last section away from my face. Wrap round once. can move this. I sometimes move it up and down the hair as well. Slowly release. Again, I'm just going to twist that round a bit more and then away from the face. I'm probably pulling really weird faces doing this, aren't I? It tends to be what you do when you're doing your hair or your makeup, you pull funny faces. Okay, slide up and down. Slowly release. That one I'm just gonna twist back a bit. Another thin section. I once was actually a hairdresser, so I do have some knowledge of hair. My recent trip from the hairdresser, if you've watched that video, oh, I washed my hair and yeah, my hair just kind of formed this big triangle shape, kind of like went out like that, where it just hadn't been thinned enough. So I washed it, dried it, and I thinned it out. So it was way more like thin and defined on the ends, and it is much better. So some of my layers have come out. I might do that bit in a minute actually. Let's do this section. If anyone's interested, I regularly have highlights throughout my hair, but I also colour my roots myself because my greys poke through so quickly that there's no way that I could keep going back to the hairdressers. It'd literally be about once every, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, which is depressing. If anyone's interested and would like me to do a video on how I actually colour my roots, just let me know in the comments, and obviously I can do a video on that for you. It is obviously a lot trickier doing it on yourself, but if you can get it mastered and work out what you're doing, it's obviously going to save you a lot of money at the hairdressers, hence why I do it myself. Right, I'm going to do one forward now, and then I think after this one I'm going to speed up a bit, otherwise it's going to end up being a really long video. Right, I'm going to try and show you close up this time and look in the camera, not the mirror. Okay, so I'm going to wrap round once. See, this is the only thing, sometimes your layers do pop out, but you can pick up those bits afterwards and just do them again. Moving it up, down again. You can see I've got my ends poking out. And then I'm just going to pick up the bits that didn't catch the layers. Go back with those. Keep the ends out. Okay, I'm going to speed this up now so you don't have to watch the whole video. I'm already 25 minutes in, it's just way too long. So you can see it's not got the typical real curl, it's just a wave with bits at the end straightened that gives it that beachy look. And if you spray with hairspray, like I said, I wash my hair every other day, but this could last you a fair few days. And I've been finding that even when I wake up in the morning, I don't actually have to recurl any bits either. So I definitely think the hairspray does work wonders. But I really hope you enjoyed this. I've watched loads of beach wave tutorials and I found them really difficult. So I do hope that you found this one quite simple and that you like the look. Some days it goes better than others. Today I wouldn't say is my best day, but it's okay. So take care everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.